Snap having that ankle problem, so he is not playing tonight for the Whitko Wildcats. The 6'9" Kroll goes up against Nick Neilinger, who's 6'3". And the official throws it up, and it's going to be controlled by Whitko. They're in their road red uniforms with blue trimming, and they have the basketball. They'll go off to the left side, and there is Reed. Going to pull it back out, reverse with a dribble, and he's going to get marked up defensively there by Renz. Switching on Hodges with a ball, and now Reed tries a baseline jumper, shoots and scores from about 13 feet out, right baseline. Whitko leads 2-0. So Whitko comes out aggressive. Plymouth breaks the full court press. It comes out to Hodges. Now to Neilinger. Over to Randy Davis. His first shot's a three. Bingo! Randy Davis hits his 14th three of the season. Plymouth up 1-3-2. So far, both teams not afraid to shoot the basketball. Whitko's got to come out. There's a baseline shot up, no good. Rebound Neilinger, and here comes Plymouth on the counter. Neilinger getting a lot of room to bring it up. Now left side to Hodges. He'll look to get it back out, and he finds it the right elbow. Welch, now to Neilinger. His three, good! Good ball movement. Again, Nick had plenty of time to set. 2 threes, and Plymouth leads 6-2. A minute gone by here in the first. With the basketball, Hart will get it off the right side. There it's handled by Metzger. He goes down, and that's going to be a travel. Good defense by Randy Davis, shutting off the passing opportunity. Todd Reed was the one who had to come to the ball, and Randy denied it. So just him being positionally correct created a turnover. Box and one zone on Randy. With the basketball, Randy on the left wing side. Denied the baseline, kicked it back out, caught by Hodges. Over to Neilinger, right angle. Pop it in the right corner, Randy. Guarded up there by Brandon Hart. To the team's best, going at it there. Right baseline kick by Randy. Caught in the air by Hodges left side. Top of the key, Neilinger. Neilinger will dribble to the right side. Gets shut off momentarily by Rowland. And now it's kicked back to Hodges on the reverse left corner. Hodges inside, nothing happening. Randy now will swap positions. Lob to the far corner. Inside the arc is not here. He'll pop the 15. No good. Loose rebound, and it's going to be corralled, and Todd Reed will grab it. So we watched Northwood film, and Northwood ran a box and one on Randy. There's a shot from the far corner, and a three by Nick Metzger. His 20th of the season. Plymouth quickly up court. Wren spins at the left elbow, and he's able to get it off to Hodges. Down to the corner. Neilinger for the answer. Cool off the rim, and the rebound tipped out by Renz. Randy Davis grabs it. So Plymouth keeps it alive with Randy on the drive. He's shut down to the paint. Now he goes in for a leaner and can't get it to roll. Rebound taken by Whitko, and here they come up the court. Rolling on the left side of Metzger. He pops the jumper inside the 15, no mark. Rebound Kroll. He's called for over the back. The first on the big man, Caden Kroll, 6'9". We set up pregame show. If you get this young man in foul trouble early, you're doing yourself a favor. Limited basketball, so he's got another year to go. It will be Hodges to bring it across the timeline for the Pilgrims. Austin Hodges playing the point. 143 minutes so far for Coach Scott. So Austin has done a nice job answering his role, and now we got an offensive foul away from the ball, and that's on Welch. Ryan Welch trying to set a better screen for Randy to get Randy open. The box and one has Randy a little frustrated already, and that's what happened in the Northwoods third quarter. They ran a box and one on him. 6-5 Plymouth with 5:10 and counting left to go in the first. Talking with John Scott after our interview earlier today, he mentioned the one thing that he likes about this Whitko team is even if they're struggling shooting, they're still going to keep firing away. They are a very aggressive team. Trying to drive in was Reed, and a blocking foul on Renz will stop the clock at 4:57. That'll be the 20th foul this year on Jeremy Renz. That's going to go against Ryan Welch. That's his second. And Blaine Schaefer's going to check in for Ryan. So Welch will check out. Blaine Schaefer comes in with 38 minutes under his belt so far this season. And here we go. They stack up on the left side, does Whitko on this inbound right of the basket. Caught in the corner, trying to dribble in and then gets shut down was Reed. He kicked it away, and it's stolen by Neilinger. Across the timeline already. Leans into one, and a blocking foul beyond Whitko. And no shooting foul. Nice job of driving the ball to the hole. Out of bounds, Plymouth underneath. See if we go to the lob to Randy. Usually run it at least once a game. Plymouth a 42% first half shooting team. They lead it here 6-5 on the right side. Davis outside of the arc, can't dribble penetrate. Leads it left side to Hodges. Had the ball knocked away momentarily, but he gets it back and he's playing the point. 2-3 right now for Whitko defensively. And out of the right corner, Neilinger left open for three. Got it! 2 threes in the game for Nick Neilinger. 9-5 Plymouth as Neilinger knocks down his 17th three of the season.
So we're going to do a box of one on Randy. Nick is the one that has to step up and get the shot to go, and he has done that already.
Rowland on the far corner will get it out to the top to Reed. Picked up by Renz in the switch. A lead down low, deflected to Rowland. His layup shot no good. Tipped out of bounds, and that's going to be off Whitko. 4:07 left to go here in the first. 9-5 in favor of Plymouth. And Austin Hodges will bring the ball up across the timeline.
Coach Irwin yelling at his players to find 34. It's not that difficult. 34 is Nick, and he's already has 2 threes.
Neilinger on the left wing side outside of the arc. Looks for some help, popping out. Renz lost it, got it back. Now over to Hodges on the right angle high. Hodges looking, nothing happening. Now Randy comes out at the right elbow. He's forced out of his realm, and now he's going to use a screen from Schaefer. Draws a triple team, leaving Neilinger open in the corner, but not enough in time for a shot. Nick back up top to Jeremy. Flashing through Randy, left elbow. Has a one-on-one matchup. Has to pull it back out. Now dribbles to the elbow. Back out to Neilinger. Neilinger dribbling in. Goes up. Nope. He's going to kick it out to Renz. To Hodges.
Good patience.
Now to Schaefer. In between the blocks on the right side. Can't step in. Pulls it out. Nice skip pass. Caught Neilinger. Davis' screen. Neiliger's three. Good. Set up perfect. 12-5 Plymouth.
3 threes for Nick, as they just can't seem to find Nick.
All of the 12 points by Plymouth have been from outside the perimeter. There's Davis knocking the loose pass away, and Whitko threw it away. He didn't realize Randy touched it. He goes in for the layup, missed it. Neilinger goes after the loose ball. He misses a bunny, and the rebound to Kroll. Kroll's outlet, stolen by Neilinger, and he gets it back to Plymouth, and then he's out of bounds. He ended up touching it out of bounds. The official on the far sideline said that Nick was out of bounds when he saved it, but the Plymouth fans who are on that far sideline thought otherwise. Jimmy Renz put in some good minutes. He'll take a seat. Brandon Elliott will spell him. So we got Hodges, Elliott, Davis, Neilinger, and Schaefer out on the court for Plymouth. With 2.5 to go in the first. 12-5 Plymouth. Trying to dribble over to the right side. Handling it is Metzger. Nick baseline drive. Had his pass deflect, but it's into the hands of Rowland. Rowland got away with the carry, and the official right in front of us who saw it neglected to blow the whistle. Now to Hart. Hart dribbles in left side. Launches a long jumper. No good. Big offensive board by Whitko. And here's a three on the way by Corey Snap. No good. That goes out of bounds. Double ball. Corey Snap still with that bad ankle. Let's go. That shot and misses. 2:10 to go here in the opening period. Hodges will bring it across the timeline. Looking. Trying to find Elliott. Elliott one-on-one with his man. Sees an opening with the left block. Now kicks it back out. Schaefer faked the three, not on Neilinger. The fans were giving Schaefer a little bit of a razz there as he was thinking about the three. Davis with a pull-up jumper inside the free throw line. Hits.
They pulled the box of one off, and Randy recognizes it, scores right away.
14-5 in favor of Plymouth with a minute and a half left to go in the first period. Handling the basketball is Rowland. Kicked it to the corner. Dribbling free Metzger. The junior tries to dump it off. He does. And losing the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Elliott. Good heads-up play by Brendan Hart. Brendan Hart, 47 points on the season for the Wildcats. Averaging 8. Nick Neilinger now will grab a breather, and Sam Folstich will spell him out. Brandon Hart will have the basketball. Guarded up by Hodges, right in front of us. Now takes the left side. Looks to dump it over to the paint. Inside Rowland spins on Schaefer, draws the foul in big shape. Stopping the clock at a minute 14 left to go here in the first quarter. I tell you, this Whitko team, a very athletic team, and we talked about that in the pregame. And you really got to stand your ground with this group. Throwing it in is Metzger, the junior, and it's going to be caught way out high across the timeline by Brandon Hart. Hart will now get across the timeline with Hodges marking him. Hart will go left side and dump it off to Snep. Snep looking in, nothing happening. 1-on-1 with Elliott. Snep takes him baseline, and a foul is going to be called, I think, on Elliott.
All close right now, and they're all going against Plymouth. Brandon picks up his first, our fourth.
9-point difference. Plymouth on top with a minute remaining here in the opening quarter. It's going to be an inbound to Rowland. He goes in from the left low block into the paint, flips one up and scores. 7-point lead Plymouth, 14-7 on the Corey Snep bucket. That's 82 points for him on the season. Here's Elliott on the right side, skips it to the corner. Davis, shot fake three. Now he's going to go left baseline, shut down by the defense momentarily. Now takes it again, running floater, and he draws the foul.
Randy will go to the line to shoot two.
So Randy Davis will go to the free throw line here for Plymouth, where he comes in, tops on the team at 76%. He's had the most opportunities with 29. He's hit 22 of them coming in to this evening. And the first one's good.
6 points for Randy, 9 points for Nick.
15-7 Plymouth. Randy Davis was only 7 points behind Mark Hayden for number 9th in all-time Plymouth scoring. And he has eclipsed that, if I'm not mistaken, Larry, already here in this first quarter, or close to it. Here we go, handling the basketball. Hart, Snep to the left side. Working with it is Metzger to the far corner. Hart can't do anything with it except pull it out. Draws the defense a big shape. Kicked it to the corner, Snep a baseliner. Good. Getting that jumper there was Snep, and it's 16-9. Down to 11 seconds to go here in the quarter. Elliott has the ball for Plymouth, down to 6 seconds. To Hodges, to Davis. 3 seconds. Here comes the long three. In and out. And the rebound tipped up, and no bucket. As Randy got the final second shot, but could not get it to drop. We're through one quarter of basketball here from PHS. It's 6-9. Your business. That's 935-0404. Master Construction. 16-9, the Pilgrims have the lead after one, Larry.
And another quarter where we've held them under 10 points. Whitko only scoring 9 points in that quarter, but did shoot 50% from the floor, so nice shooting.
Falstich with the basketball for Plymouth. They're going right to left. They're setting up at the half court. Welch with a skip pass, caught Hodges into the corner. Now they go at three. Short this time, and a rebound comes out to Whitko. In a hurry, a step down the right sideline, and it's going to be grabbed by Metzger. He goes with a right baseline drive, and he draws a foul. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul on Metzger.
Ryan Welch again picks up the charge.
Good job by Ryan Welch getting in place as Metzger wanted that right baseline. So it'll be Plymouth basketball. Whitko now applying some full court pressure. And Hodges will have the inbound. He'll go one-on-one with his man Trent Leeper, the 6'2 sophomore. Hodges avoids the trap, gets it to Falstich right side. He'll dribble to the elbow. Wide open, Neringer in the near corner. Off the rim. Flipped around by Hodges. Falstich got a tip, but it's taken by Whitko. Across the timeline, Metzger on the left side. They'll pull it to the top. Now to the near side, stolen away by Elliott. He's got a breakaway right up for two. 18-9, Plymouth. Whitko quickly back up court on the far corner. Trying to dribble out as Leeper gets to the free throw line. Now back outside of the perimeter. To the right corner. There it's taken by Snep. Snep picked up his dribble. Top of the key with Elliott on him. Ooh. Now to Hart. Right corner. Nice job by Hodges. Knocking his pass out of bounds.
Except the defense nicely here all of a sudden.
18-9 in favor of the Pilgrims with 6:43 left to go here in the second. It'll be an inbound with Rowland to throw it in right in front of a broadcast location. We are courtside. Larry Falstich, Tony Ross. Great to be with you. Hart with the basketball marked up by Elliott. Lobbed to the far corner, taken by Leeper, and the ball knocked out of his hands by Randy Davis.
Trent Rowland never left the lane now and camped in the lane and stayed there the entire 6 seconds.
Whitko will inbound, and it's handled by Hart again. Hart top of the key, marked up by Elliott. Hart will go to the right, switch to the left, get to the elbow, kick it out, and then it's handled by Rowland again. Now on the left baseline, Hart denied. Rowland gets a short jumper away, no good. Fostich saves it, and it's stolen away back by Whitko. Now to Rowland for the layup, and he's fouled by Fostich. Oh, that's Welch. Or is that who? Is that on Welch? Coach, I don't think that's right. Is it 52 or 42? It should be 42, shouldn't it?
52 wasn't even in
52
play.
wasn't even in play. Wow. Okay.
That wasn't 52.
Well, to the free throw line and hitting is Trent Rowland. That official missed that one, and unfortunate though is
Big
Welch
difference
picks up
between a 4
three.
and a 5, Tony. I mean, I can see the difference between a 4 and a 5.
There we go with the free throw by Rowland on its way, and that's good. So it's 18-11 now. Plymouth has a 7-point lead. You know, this is definitely not an insurmountable lead. Whitko keeps hanging around. Elliott on the right side. Fostich grabs it. Popping out. Nininger to Davis. Doesn't have the three. Gets to the line. Free throw line. Now to Nininger right wing. To Fostich. Nides will get it to Randy. Randy tries to dribble in left baseline. Goes up for the layup and scores. Well, Randy just sees that little opening, and he just bursts into it, doesn't he? 22-11. Plymouth has the lead with 5:40 to go in the second. Hart tries to lower his shoulder to get through. Can't, and now it's handled by Reed. Pull-up jumper from 17, and he drilled it. Nice pull-up jumper there by Todd Reed, the junior. Full court press by Whitko, and they will play off now as Elliott will bring it across the timeline. Brandon, he can play the point. Now to Nininger into the corner. We set up the half-court offense. Renz takes it. Jeremy left angle high, looking, and now it's Fostich popping out, top of the key, over to Elliott. Brandon sees the right baseline, lays it up. No. Fostich, a nice board, gets it back to Randy on a shot fake three. Kicks it out left side. Elliott works it around Nininger. Back to Elliott, top of the key. He's going to pull it back out with 5 minutes to go here in the second. 7-point lead, Plymouth, 20-13. Into the paint, Davis can't find a back door, so he throws up an off-balance shot. No. Tipped around, and it's going to be grabbed by Whitko. Ryan Bumball, the 6-foot junior, yanked it from the heavens, and now it's Hart to bring it across the timeline for the Wildcats, trailing here 20-13. Hart, as Plymouth showing trap near the timeline. Now Hart picks up the dribble, gets it off to the right side of Leaper. Trent gets it back to Hart. Plymouth doing some shifting here, or a 3-2 high it looked like. And now Bumball will try to dribble out of the corner, try to spin, can't do it, gets by Fostich, but then runs it out, and then Bumball traveled with the basketball.
6 turnover by Whitko. Baited him into the corner and trapped him in the corner. That's 7th grade stuff.
So, and Coach Irwin trying to motivate his players, but not very happy with the defense. 4:18 to go in the second. Here's Hodges to bring it across the timeline for Plymouth. Avoids a trap. To the kick near side, Nininger. Nice dribble through layup. Score. Took the left side and angled in for the layup. 22-13 Plymouth. 9-point lead.
11 points for Nick.
Across the timeline, Hart right side. Here comes a three by Leaper off the mark, left side. Nice rebound by Fostich. Outlets right side of Randy. On the run he comes.
Here he comes.
2 against 3. Lowers in. Big shot. Score.
Transition. Nobody's better than Randy Davis in transition.
24-13 Plymouth.
Get the ball off the rebound. Get it to Randy.
But just like that, we've opened up a 7-point lead to 11. Hart, the left elbow, now into the hands of Leaper. Leaper, guarded by Nininger. Good pick up by Hodges, but it's dumped off the Hart in the corner. A 3 on the way, no good. Tipped out by Fostich, couldn't grab it. And it's back to Whitko. Here comes Metzger driving in, and he's fouled on the way up. I'm sorry, make that Rowland. Rowland was on the drive.
Sam got a push in the back, and all of a sudden he's too far underneath the glass. Got to hold that position.
16 foul on Plymouth. Whitko has 4 if you're counting at home. To the free throw line is Ryan Bumball, the junior. And Bumball will take his time and deliver the first shot. Good.
Boy, I tell you, everybody we play shoots free throws well.
It's hard to believe that this young man just scored his first point this season. But that's exactly what's just happened. Bumball scored 2 points as a sophomore last year for Coach Irwin. Second free throw is up, and there's the second point of the year. So it's 24-15 now. That was Rowan, I'm sorry. I gave the wrong number there. Rowan got the 2 free throws there. I was right the first time, wrong the rest of the way. Neidlinger going in for the layup. He scores!
Yeah, he beat the press again. Good half-court pass from Sam to Nick, and then Nick took it the rest of the way. They had 3 people on this end, Tony, and it was just Nick and going to the other end along with Jeremy.
Well, the big man, Caden Crow, the 6'9 junior, is at the free throw line. I'm sorry, on the checking into the game. Neidlinger is at the free throw line for Plymouth. With 3:19 to go here in the second, and Neidlinger's first free throw, no good. Rebound to Crow, and Whitko will head up court. Trying to get an opportunities read to the corner. Look out, Metzger's 3, good. He was left open in the corner, and Coach Irwin calls a timeout with 3:07 left to go here in the second. We'll take a 30-second break here in the first half. The Victims have the lead.
Whitko takes off the press after getting burned on it a couple times. And now they're going to drop back into, looks like a 1-2-2 zone maybe.
1-2-2 indeed. 3 minutes left to go. Hodges has the basketball for Plymouth. They're shooting at the left end. This is Randy Davis. On the right corner to Renz. Down to Hodges, left side Neidlinger. Around to the near corner, Randy Davis. Davis is going to pull it back out. Take the skip, goes the reverse in the corner. Neidlinger scores on the 3.
Play some D now.
Rob Irwin is beside himself because he's wondering why no one's guarding Neidlinger. Here's Reed, stopped at the right elbow, trying to inlet pass, and Neidlinger stretches out and knocks away out of bounds. Good read by Nick Neidlinger. It'll be an inbound left to the basket now for Whitko. Metzger will do the honors, trying to find somebody. It's right near the far near corner, and it's caught out high by Hart. He's in the backcourt. Now he brings it across the timeline, marked up by Hodges. Hodges stays with it. Hart almost threw it away. Reed saved it. Now Falstich all over him. Good defense. And then Reed gets it to the elbow, rolling. The right side, and he kicked it off to Metzger. Baseline shot, no good. And then Metzger got his hand and got a steal back. Pumps the 3 away off the rim. Long rebound. Hodges got it. No over the back on Crow. And here we go on the counter. Hodges will bring it across the timeline. Now to Davis. Here comes his home run. Off the rim. And the rebound, Falstich. Sammy kicks it. Great pass in the corner to Neidlinger. Back up around top to Andy. Reverse to Neidlinger in the corner for 3. Off the rim. Down goes Renz as him and Hart battle. And we'll see who that foul's going to be on.
Great intensity underneath by all the big men. Jeremy banging away in there. Sam banging away in there. Nick, great job.
Brendan Hart gets called for the foul on Whitko. Sam Falstich gets a nice applause for his efforts. Blaine Schaefer back in the game for the Pilgrims. Inbound Renz left to the basket. And it's going to be Neidlinger in the corner as that one didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Renz, top of the key. Now at the elbow, Schaefer. Blaine's going to take his man. Now he's going to bring it back out to Davis. To Hodges. A minute and a half to go in the second. 29-18, your score. Now to Davis. Randy at the top. Renz, Schaefer, Neidlinger. Hodges to Davis, right baseline. Kicks it underneath to Schaefer. He got fouled.
Nice pass by Randy. Nice. Going up strong by Blaine Schaefer.
Pretty pass indeed by Randy Davis. Stops the clock at 1:16 here in the second quarter.
That's Roland's second.
Schaefer at the free throw line delivers and rips that home. Schaefer scores his first point, or his third point of the season. He's now 2 of 3 this season from the line, 3 of 4. So he hits both there. 31-18 Plymouth. Comes the pressure with $1:10 to go here in the second. Roland got away with a walk at the backcourt. Handled there by Reed across the timeline. Breaks the trap to the lead in the corner. Hart doesn't have the baseline shot. Hodges steps it away and almost gets a steal and does. What a play by Austin. Now to Schaefer, and he had the presence of mind to throw it off a Whitko player who was on him. and they knocked him out of bounds. So a good play by Schaaf.
57 seconds. I got to go for one, or got to go. Looks like they're calling a set.
So we'll probably go for the final shot here in the second quarter.
16 points already for Nylinger.
31-18 with 54 seconds to go. Plymouth basketball. They're working right to left. So now in the half-court offense, Hodges at the top of the key.
Box and one. Now back to the box and one.
Schaefer to Davis. Oh, to Hodges just wasn't paying attention, and it's out of bounds. So passing error on Davis with Hodges wasn't looking.
And Randy just needs to relax at that box and one. As soon as he sees that box and one, he looks just a little bit more nervous than he needs to be. Because I've never had a box and one put on me ever in my life, obviously. So.
And the advantages of the box and one.
Well, Nick Nyers is going to be open, because they just don't have enough people. They're playing a 4-man zone instead of a 5-man zone.
Hart with the basketball for Whitko into the hands of Reed. Fumbled the ball, but stayed with it. Now to the right baseline, shut down by Nylinger's defense. Cutting through is Metzger. Gets it back over to the hands of Reed. Zips it over to Hart. Good catch. Hart one-on-one with Hodges. Now Randy comes over. They switch. Randy now on Hart. Picked off. There's Hodges on the recovery. Hart goes in from one way to the other. Missed the layup. Rebound Kroll, and he's fouled by Rands. Oh, no. That's it over the back on Kroll.
Jeremy blocking out. Gets the call.
Coach Irwin screaming to the official. He's 6'9".
And then
he's got at least a good
he's 5'8".
6 inches.
Yeah, he's got about 11 inches.
Coach Irwin saying, listen, you got David over, Goliath over David here, and it's not Goliath's fault that he's tall.
Jeremy will shoot a 1-and-1.
JR hits. Well, Jeremy Rands scores his 5th point of the year. All of his points have come from the free throw line, so he is a perfect 5 for 5 from the line coming into this next free throw. Let's see if the southpaw can make it perfect again. You betcha. 33-18. 12 seconds to go here in the first half. Hart across the timeline to the far side. Reed pops the jumper at the arc. No good. Rebound Davis. Looks at the clock. Gets by 1. 2 seconds. Davis. Free throw line jumper. Short at the horn. 33-18, the Pilgrims have the lead over the Whitko Wildcats as we welcome you to the Country Auto Center show. Country Auto Center, where
Randy Davis had 11 points, 2 points from Brandon Elliott, 2 points from Jeremy Rins, and 2 points from Blaine Schaefer. Plymouth shot the ball at a 46% clip, 86% from the free throw line. A good number to see that 86% from the free throw line. We also had points off turnovers, 7 for Plymouth, 0 for Whitko, as we only had 4 turnovers. Whitko had 8 as we start the third quarter, and Whitko's going to throw the ball in. I'm going to turn it over to Tony.
Whitko has the ball going right to left. There's our Country Auto Center halftime show, sponsored by Country Auto Center, where everybody gets a great deal. And we got a foul away from the basketball underneath, and looks like Jeremy Rands is going to get called for the foul.
Jeremy's going to pick up his second as he got trapped underneath without any help on the 6'9" man.
It's got to be tough to call a foul on a 5'8" kid going up against a 6'9" guy. I mean, he's really got to be doing something wrong. Inbound right to the basket for Whitko. Metzger will hit his man hard at the top of the key. They're the 1-2 punch offensively for this Wildcat squad. And it's Hart having at the top of the key over to the left side, Metzger. He's outside the perimeter, skipped it over to Reed on the right wing, picked up by Davis, slips a pick, and now worked over to Rowan, who dumps it into the paint. Jumper no good. Rebound Hodges, head up, outlets to Randy. Stopped by Hart. Good defense there with Brandon. So Plymouth now, who is shooting at the right end of the court, will find Welch at the top of the key, playing with 3 fouls. Hodges down low, gets it to Renz, and Renz gets it back out to Hodges. Austin will give it off to Renz on the left angle high, now to Nylinger. Takes a 3, dumped it into Welch, and between the blocks, layup, got it to roll in.
Welch gets 2.
He scores his first 2 points of the game, 35-18 Plymouth, with 1 minute gone by here in the third. Hart has the basketball. Dribble it to the right corner, Metzger. He's going to pop a 17-footer and drained it. He just Just made a no look and then put it in. Speaking of putting it in, good transition bucket by Plymouth the other way with Jeremy Rance finishing. That's his first field goal of the season. 37-20 Plymouth. Here's a lead down low to Kroll, and he is hammered by Neilinger.
Nick picks up his first.
So Kroll fouled in the act of shooting, and he will go to the free throw line. This is a 6'9" junior that has already scored only 17 points this season coming into tonight.
No points so far tonight. First attempt at the free throw line.
He did not score against Tippy Valley either in the last game. Came in with 21 points his sophomore year. And the free throw's good here. That's been the one thing he's done well, and that's shoot his free throws at 83% coming into tonight, albeit that's only his 7th attempt.
Whitko 5 for 5 from the free throw line now. Another Northwood experience going here.
6 of 7 is Kroll this season, and now he's 7 of 8 as he hits both free throws there. 37-22 Plymouth. Minute and a half gone by. Neilinger dribbles into the paint. Nice fingertip layup. He just took the middle and owned it. 39-22 in favor of the Pilgrims. Here's Hart dribbling off to the right side. Looking into the corner, Metzger down low in the Kroll. In between the blocks, spin move, stop. Shoots over the double team, missed it. Rebound goes off of Hodges. No, it was last touched by Stepp, apparently out of bounds. The Whitko fans thought it went off of Hodges as well, but no, it did not. Hodges will be the man who brings it across the timeline. They'll go to the right to Neilinger. Marked up to Hodges. Hodges dribbles to the right, will now go left. Give it to Randy. He surveys the defense. He's got Stepp right in his grill, now to Neilinger. Welch with a late pick. Now receives the ball at the top. Reverse it back to Randy, right angle high. One-on-one with Hart now. Randy at the free throw line. Hodges left open for three. Off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Metzger. He's needing help. And all of his teammates went up court. They were completely in the front court while he was still in the back court near the baseline. They finally got some help, and now they set up the half-court offense. Snap for the Wildcats. Gets it to Rowland, and his right baseline jumper from 10 is good. 39-24. Rowland, he came in a 49% shooter. Randy Davis launches a three. Neilinger cleans it up with a rebound finish.
20 points now for Nick.
Coming off an 18-point performance against Northwood, and now Nick gets a passing lane and knocks it out of bounds. Neilinger turning up his game. Neilinger has been leading scorer 3 times this season. He had 18 against Triton in the loss, had 16 against Rochester, and 18 against Northwood. So he's now got a season high with his 20, and we got 4:50 to go in the third. Hart with a basketball for Whitko. Dumping it off, Metzger right angle high. Kroll trying to post up, but Schaefer really working it. Here's a right elbow jumper that's short off of Rowland. And the rebound comes to Rams. Now to Davis. Right side to Hodges. Top of the key, Rams over to Neilinger. He kicks it far side. Davis open for another three. Come on!
He got his feet set that time. Again, he had that extra second.
So Randy Davis with that three-pointer. Whitko will now run the offense. It's 44-24 Plymouth, and Rowland is fouled on the way in.
Hodges is going to pick that one up, I think. Austin Hodges picks up his first.
Davis with that three has now got 15 on the season. He came in 30% from outside the arc.
He's got 14 on the night.
Last year, Randy was a 39% three-point shooter. As that free throw is up and in by Rowland, 44-25.
Rowland now 5 for 5 from the line.
And in 05, just to complete Randy's three-point shooting and how consistent he was 40% that year. Rowland's free throw is up, and that one rolls out. Schaefer, a nice rebound for Plymouth. Outlets left side, and here's Hodges across the timeline. Right back to Big Schaefer at the top. Now to Neilinger. Guarded up there by Snap. Now to Elliott. Davis out for Elliott. Elliott with the basketball. looking, gets it to Schaefer right elbow. Backdoor to Hodges off his fingertips. Last touch, though, by Snep defensively, though.
Good try on the back door.
Snep, using those long arms, was able to deflect it. And now he will head to the bench for Trent Leeper, who spells him out defensively for Whitko. Renz will inbound right to the basket for Plymouth. Renz looking, and they'll get it to Nilager, deflected out of bounds. Good defense by Rowland. And it ended up being last touch, apparently, by Renz.
It's our 5th turnover.
44-25. Plymouth has the lead with 3:50 to go in the third. Hart with the basketball, kicked it to an open Leeper, but he passed up a shot. Right elbow, he goes with it, back out to the perimeter. Hart tries the right baseline, floats up a jumper, no good. Rebound, Elliott, good rebound. And here he comes up the court with the basketball. Takes the right side, and now he'll pull up and will set the half-court offense. Renz will take it on the left wing side, flashing out as Elliott, but it's an inlet to Hodges. Backdoor lead to Elliott for 2. Hodgie threaded the needle there, that backdoor lead. 46-25 Plymouth. There's a trap in the far corner by the Plymouth defense and a contact foul. Will be whistled here against the Pilgrims. And that one will go against Austin Hodges.
Austin Hodges picks up his second. Kieran Haddon's going to step in.
So Caleb will check into the game. Nylinger and Hodges will check out. Randy Davis back in. Here we go with an inbound Whitko near the far corner. Kroll trying to spin free. The outlet's going to be caught by Hart out high. Brandon looking inside, nothing happening. Hadn't played the defense there. Worked over to Leeper, top of the key. Davis marking him.
Going for a 5-second count.
And now it's worked over to the right side by Leeper. He's in trouble. Lobs it into Kroll. Over a double team. No shot. So he kicks it back out. Caught by Hart. Over to the corner. Metzger. Baseline drive. Underneath the Kroll. And he's hammered on the way up.
Nice ball movement by Whitko. Wayne Schaefer picks up his second.
Caden Kroll, the 6'9" junior, will go to the free throw line. Larry, what are you?
I'm 6'4".
6'4"?
Yeah, he's
that
way
kid
up
is
there.
a jolly green giant.
He sure is.
There's his first free throw. And Caden hits.
3 for 3 from the free throw line.
The MO on Caden, though, is that he's got slow feet when he's trying to post up. He's strong when he gets the body going. But it's the feet that lag, and the free throw is no good. Nice rebound, Elliott. Plymouth quickly up court, 46-36. Oh, nice effort by Metzger, deflecting that long lead out of bounds.
Very close
recovery.
Going off of Caleb's fingers.
Renzi will inbound right in front of the coaching staff off to our right. Gets it to Elliott, and now we'll run the half court. To the right side, Haddon. Over to Renz. Renz looking, and now it's Elliott, far side. Elliott will get it over, and now Schaefer. To Davis. Oh, he just splits it through, and a blocking foul, and a bucket score for Randy Davis.
That's Ryan Baumgartner. Picks up the foul, and then that'll put Randy at the line to finish the three-point play the old way.
Well, Randy just wasn't going to get denied, was he?
Nope, 16 points in this game so far for Randy, and he's going for 17.
Here comes the free throw, and the three-point completion, good. 49-26 Plymouth with 2.5 to go in the third. Brandon Hart has the basketball. He'll go to the lane, kick it out to the corner, Metzger. Trying to dump it in, and a nice save by Schaefer on the steal. Elliott to Haddon, score!
Nice pass by Elliott.
Hey, he gets an assist and a beauty. 51-26 Plymouth. Baumgart kicks it off left side. Hart in the Kroll. Double team. Shoots over with a baby hook. No good. And the rebound, Randy Davis. There's Davis across the timeline. Oh, Whitko slow in getting back defensively. Yeah. Schaefer underneath the Randy. And he almost got the bucket, but he drew the foul.
You had a bounce underneath.
Sometimes, Randy, when he goes in for those wild layups, you just kind of hold your breath.
Brandon Hart picks up the foul, his second.
Because you wonder still just how strong those ankles are. They look strong right now. Randy looking strong, period. 51-26. Quick inlet to Randy. Big shot, score from the left low block. Beautiful inlet. 53-26 Plymouth with 1:40 to go in the third. There's a lob into Crow. Over a double team, shoots over it. Got the bucket. Shot that one from about 5 feet in. That was automatic for him. Elliott across the timeline for Plymouth. Under a minute and a half left. Davis, top of the key. We're in the third quarter, 53-28 Plymouth. Davis to Renz. Far corner, Elliott. Top of the key, Schaefer. Haddon now Leighton coming out. So it'll be Elliott on the left wing side. Hands it off to Randy. Down to a minute. Davis to the right corner, Haddon. Haddon will pull it. Oh, he lost the ball. That's a turnover on Haddon. And here we go the other way for Whitko. To the far near corner, Metzger a three. In and out. Rebound, Schaefer. So the first turnover of the year for Haddon doesn't come back and haunt him. Here's Davis the other way to Elliott, open for three. Elliott hits the back of the rim. Head with a nice tip out. Randy grabs it back for Plymouth. Left open at the elbow and buried the jumper. Whitko just lost him. 55-28 Plymouth. Half a minute now to go in the third. Here's Hart with a lean in. Oh, Schaefer says, get that out of my house with the rejection. Now he has to go out and play defense against Hart again. Hart tries to take him, can't. Here comes a long jumper. Good from 17 feet out. So Hart comes right back at him and hits the fadeaway jumper. 55-30. Plymouth with the lead in 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Davis, 2 seconds. Dumped it off. Haddon at the buzzer. Off the rim, no.
Yeah, Randy's got to shoot that one.
Foul, 55-30. Plymouth has the lead after 3. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter after this one.
More than 50 years. Their versatility makes them unique. Their quality makes them number one. 8613 or visit their website at Michigan.com.
Welcome back here to the Rock, and the Pilgrims have the lead 55-30. Elliott has the basketball, dumps it off to Haddon, now over to Schaefer. Schaefer will get it back to Davis in the corner, and no shot, a foul away from the ball. That's a moving screen on Elliott.
Brandon Elliott picks up the foul.
He knew it.
The second.
Brandon knew it as soon as it happened. 7:43 left to go here in the game. 55-30 in favor of Plymouth. Handling the basketball is Todd Reed. He slips through, but double dribbled on the way through. Well, we're seeing Caleb Haddon out there for the Pilgrims, and Caleb Jr. really getting some good playing time for the Pilgrims. Here's Cam Robertson with more.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk with Caleb. He wears number 10. He's a junior. He's been playing basketball for, quote, pretty much forever. He also plays tennis. He's a member of many youth groups, pep club, Spanish club, Key Club, and FCA. Back to you, Tony.
Thanks, Cam. And I tell you, the basketball forever is not surprising with him because he sure shoots like it. He's one of the better perimeter shooters on this basketball team. Speaking of perimeter shots, Randy faked one. Now he's going to skip it over and almost threw it away and did, as Haddon couldn't handle it. So Randy showing some strength himself in his passing.
I like that two-hand over-the-head skip pass versus the baseball pass.
Whitko basketball with a minute gone by in the fourth. 55-30. Plymouth in control here. Bum ball on the right side, marked up by Davis. Bum ball now hanging around the perimeter. Hang on still. Get it out to Hart. Dribbles in on Haddon. Left elbow jumper. Partially deflected, it looked like. And a nice rebound by Schaefer. To Davis. Leading to Haddon. Stops. Looks. Finds his cutter. Fawcett. You couldn't finish. Loose ball saved by Sam. But he threw it into the hands of Whitko. And it's now the other way. Hart to the left side. Trying to dribble in and baseline jumper rolling. No good. Davis had it lost. Got it back. Now Randy on the move across the timeline. Randy had the ball knocked away momentarily by Reed. Now to Elliott, right angle high. Top of the key, Schaefer. Now to Haddon, left wing. Here comes his first three of the night. Off the rim. Tipped around, Rowland grabs it. Whitko on the move. Rowland slowed down by a good defense by Elliott. Now to Metzger along three. No good. Good box out by Haddon. And Metzger tried to go for the steal, but he got it off to Davis. And Haddon to Davis, and Davis on the run. To the corner, Elliott. Back out to Schaefer. Big Blaine being asked by the student body to fire it, but no way. Elliott, right angle high. Blaine Schaefer fires a three. There's going to be a federal investigation. On the far side, Davis dribbles in, denied, and now worked free to the top. Fall stitch to Haddon, right corner for three. Caleb strokes it home.
Lots of time for Caleb to put that one down.
58-30. The Pilgrims have the lead with 5.5 to go in the fourth. Right back the other way. A three by Todd Reed. No good. Long rebound. Karam's out to Elliott. And they'll just slow it down for the final at 5:18. But Davis says, I want a three. Short on it. Schaefer an offensive one. Underneath the basket. What a look for the big man, Schaefer.
Nice job, Blaine Schaefer.
Oh, that was pretty. 30-point lead now for Plymouth. It's 60-30. 5 minutes to go in the game. Hart has the basketball. Dribbles in on Elliott. Kicks it to the corner. Metzger a three. Rings it home. So we got to shoot out the OK Corral here all of a sudden. A 60-33 affair. Plymouth has the lead. Elliott will give it to Schaefer. Around the head, and here comes a three, but time called as the official needs to tie his shoe.
I don't know if I've seen that before, where we're in the motion of going to the basket and he calls time for it.
He gives us a wink over here to...
I forget everybody hears what we say. Really,
that's right. He's a great referee, we do know that.
That's right. Matt Gold in the lineup right now for Plymouth.
Elliott to fall stitch to Haddon. Haddon doesn't take the baseline. Now to Holloway, who's also out there for the Pilgrims. Fall stitch with the basketball. Now to Galt. To Holloway. To Elliott. To the corner, Caleb. Back out, Elliott. Elliott to Galt, right wing. Fake the three. Holloway. To Elliott. Boy, there's some good ball movement right here by the Plymouth Pilgrims. Oh, fall stitch, nice move. Drove in and drew the foul. Well, that's a nice little shot fake there. What was that? What's that move called? The Larry Special?
That's the summer basketball move. Sam, very offensive-minded this summer, and needed to be because we were lacking a few offensive players, but now concentrating on defense.
Sammy to the free throw line, where he's now 0 for 2 as he misses the first one.
Bend your knees.
Sam gets a second free throw coming. I'll let you do this one.
Yes, it's on its way and perfect.
Okay, note to self. Let Larry take all Sam's free throws. 61-33 Plymouth with 4:08 to go here in the fourth. Hart to the near corner. Reed left open and a three missed. Air ball, fall stitch. A rebound on the weak side. Sam will carry the ball. He was pushing it up court and got called for the carry. Stops the clock at 3:58 to go here in the game. This is Hart with the basketball. Gets by Elliott to the left elbow. Now left wing. Pulling it back out will be Kyle France. Another France in the Whitko program. I think he's the youngest out of all of them now. Remember Alex France, how good of a player he was? Whew. On the left wing side, it's Leeper. Leeper to the top of the key, Hart. Hart uses a screen for a three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, France. High off the glass, draws a foul, no bucket.
Oh, Gordy's going to get that one.
Gordy Holloway, who has shared some time down at the junior varsity, but a majority of his playing time has come with the varsity. He practices with the varsity. And Coach got really high on the efforts of this young man. He didn't play against Northwood. A free throw from France in the meantime, and the Kyle France misses it. Kyle France is 6'1" junior. This is only the fourth quarter he in this season. That free throw, no good either. Long rebound. Where Salmon looked like Elliott got their signals crossed, and it almost cost them a rebound, but they were able to get together. Now Plymouth runs the offense. Holloway at the right elbow. Skipped it to the corner, Haddon. Caleb to Gold, who pops out. Now to the far side, Elliott open for three. Elliott missed it. Rebound. Falstich looks to save it, but he couldn't. He was out of bounds.
Good look. Double screen. Elliott wide open.
3:04 left to go here in the fourth. Whitko with the basketball. Plymouth leading this one rather handedly, 61-33. Here's Hart trying to penetrate. Floats up a wild shot, no good. Rebound Leaper, knocked out of his hands by Galt, out of bounds.
Nice block down by Matt Galt.
That is a practice.
They
do that every practice, knocking the ball out of opponent's hands. They'll be popping it up or slapping it down. Hart, underneath kick, and France lost the ball, and that was last touched by Plymouth.
Well, I thought France bounced off his shoulder, but
it looked like it. Checking into the game now for the Wildcats will be Todd Reed, and looks like Brendan Hart will take a seat. That's a good move by Rob Irwin. He can't afford to have any more injuries happen before Christmas. Here's a baseline jumper, no good by Reed. Long outlet, had nice feed to Galt for the layup. Nick Galt gets on the board for the Plymouth Pilgrims for the first time this season. And it's 63-33 Plymouth. Trying to spin in his bum ball, and he draws the foul on Holloway, it looks like.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Matt Galt, gotta like this kid. He is pure effort.
He's worked hard his whole career.
He's a decent athlete too. Sometimes it amazes you what he can do when he twists that body. The free throw by Bumball missed, tipped out by the 6'9" center Kroll, and he's able to dump in the easy three-footer. 63-35. Whitko gets that bucket, and now it's Falstich for Plymouth into the corner. Head and left open for three. Short. Rebound Holloway. Kicked it along the baseline. Back out to Falstich. He wants the three. Yes! Sam Falstich with his first home run of the season. 66-35 Plymouth. Under two now to go in the fourth. Here's a block by Elliott. Reed went up for the shot. Elliott grabbed it. Now he has to save it and couldn't. He goes out of bounds. So Whitko will inbound. And it'll be handled by the point guard. Todd Reed to the right side. Reed tries to force a pass. It's a loose ball on the ground. They paddle.
Man, quick jump call.
And it'll be Whitko ball.
Slid the ball out from underneath there, but it was already jumped.
Inbound left to the basket here. Here's the lob into the 6'9" Kroll. Lost the ball. Walked with it. Got away with it. Bum ball in between the left low box. Coughed up the ball, but it comes to Reed. At the right elbow for Whitko to the right side. France tries to dump it off into the corner. Leaper will pull it back out. And his pass almost stolen by Galt. Taken back by Whitko. And with it again. This is Reed. To Bumball, down low to Kroll. And Falstich gets called for the foul down low.
Kroll was camping out in the lane. They really kind of forgot about 3 seconds here all of a sudden. Team's ninth foul.
Key where to stop a 6'9" junior.
Get him off the block. You got to get him out of there. You got to either push hard or tell mention to the ref that hey, he's not moving. Because he really,
by Kroll is good.
Camped out that time. Nice free throw shooter.
Second free throw. Good touch. Hits that one. 29-point lead for Plymouth. Final minute to go in the game. Nice lead to Holloway, but they'll pull it back out. And Plymouth will probably work out the rest of this clock. Galt on the right side of the elbow. Down low to Holloway. Holloway backs his man up against a double team. Kroll gets a shot block. And it comes back to Holloway with a nice save. Good lead to the far side to Haddon. Back out to Elliott with 47 seconds left. Holloway takes on the big man Kroll, and that's going to be a foul on Kroll.
Nice job by Gordy trying to attack.
Stops the clock at 43 seconds. Falstich inbounds, left of the basket for the Pilgrims. Underneath to Holloway, who slips ball over everybody for the 2.
That's a summer league play we run all the time. It usually doesn't work at this level, but it worked that time.
So Holloway gets his first 2 of the night. 68-37. Whitko with the basketball. A 3 on the way. It's no good short, but followed back up by Reed, who puts it up and in. Getting that basket there was Trent Lepper. Lepper got the basket. It's 68-39, down to the final 13 seconds. And Plymouth will improve to 6-1 on the season with this non-conference victory here tonight. And now we will get ready this Saturday for the DeKalb shootout, in which they'll face DeKalb in Game 1 and Fort Wayne Carroll in Game 2. Final score here tonight, 68-39. The Pilgrims with the victory over the Whitko Wildcats. Stay tuned. We got our Baxter Construction postgame show coming up next after this 2-minute timeout. Double team. Kroll gets a shot block, and it comes back to Holloway with a nice save. Good lead to the far side to Haddon. Back out to Elliott with 47 seconds left. Holloway takes on the big man Kroll, and that's going to be a foul on Kroll.
Nice job by Gordy trying to attack.
Stops the clock at 43 seconds. Fallstitch inbounds, left of the basket for the Pilgrims. Underneath the Holloway, who slips by everybody for the 2.
That's a summer league play we run all the time. It usually doesn't work at this level, but it worked that time.
So Holloway gets his first 2 of the night. 68-37. Whitko with the basketball. A 3 on the way. It's no good short, but followed back up by Reed, who puts it up and in. Getting that basket there was Trent Lepper. Lepper got the basket. It's 68-39, down to the final 13 seconds. And Plymouth will improve to 6-1 on the season with this non-conference victory here tonight. And now we will get ready this Saturday for the DeKalb shootout, in which they'll face DeKalb in Game 1 and Fort Wayne Carroll in Game 2. Final score here tonight, 68-39. The Pilgrims with the victory over the Whitko Wildcats. Stay tuned. We got our Baxter Construction postgame show coming up next.